Hello! Moving away from home or leaving university halls means you'll have new responsibilities with money that you probably haven't had to think about before. Accommodation and paying bills will be one of your largest expenses. The cost of rent will vary depending on the type of accommodation, the location, the standard and the facilities. You can actually search for accommodation in Liverpool within your chosen price range on the LSH website. If you're planning to share a house with friends, then have a chat with them to see how much rent each of you can afford after you've factored in other living costs. Now, the most expensive accommodation will be in the city centre closest to the main campuses. If you're really set on living in town but you don't want to pay those extra costs, then maybe consider living on the outskirts, such as in Kensington, Edge Hill and some parts of Toxteth. This means that you're in a walking distance, so you've got that close proximity, but you're not having to pay as much. Other areas, such as Smithdown, for example, are a short bus ride away. So if you're planning on living there, then remember to factor in travel costs. You can find information about that on the Mersey Travel website. Now, if you have the cost of bills included in your rent payment, these will either be in your landlord's name and paid on your behalf, or the landlord will request that they're in your name and then the bills will be sent to the landlord for payment. Even when this is the case, when bills are fully inclusive, there is often still a cap on how much energy you can use. If you go over this cap, then you'll be charged. To avoid a nasty surprise like this at the end of your tenancy, we really recommend that you keep track on how much energy you're using. You can do this by taking monthly meter readings. We recommend that you also send these readings to the landlord or energy supplier to ensure that they're not estimating how much you're using. Often, the energy supplier will overestimate, meaning you could end up paying more than you need to. We also recommend that you speak to your landlord or agent before the tenancy to check whether you have this cap and what that cap is. By knowing this and taking monthly meter readings, you can ensure that you never meet it. And finally, other things to discuss with your housemates and budget for are water and internet, if this isn't included in your rent already, TV licence if this isn't provided by your landlord or agent, contents insurance to make sure your valuables are protected, and food. Have a chat about how you're going to organise the food shop. Having a chat about these things early on just means that you're going to avoid disagreements later on.